Hey there guys, it's Hobo525 here, back with another video, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Justice League Aquaman movie figure from the Collect and Connect Steppenwolf. So, I don't really have too much else to say in this intro, so let's get started. So if we look at the box, we do see a little picture of Jason Momoa right there, or Aquaman, and then you have a little logo right there, and you do get some side art of him too, so that is pretty cool. Sun on this side, as you can see. Then you have a Justice League logo. And then if you look back here, we have all the other figures to the wave. We have Superman, who actually looks more realistic than the one from the movie. Then you have Batman. Then you have Flash, Aquaman, Cyborg, and Wonder Woman. And yeah, as you can see, Aquaman does come with the right leg of Steppenwolf. So yeah, that's pretty sexy, I suppose. No homo, but. And then you have some other stuff right there, a little picture of a pumpkin thing, but yeah. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the box. And yeah, let's unbox this figure. Okay, so here is Aquaman right out of the box, and might I say, this figure does look mighty fine. So yeah, as you can see, he does have actually a pretty accurate head sculpt, really. It could be more accurate, but it's like the basic Jason Momoa look, and I do like the little parts of blonde in his hair. I think Mattel did a great job on the hair sculpt. Very nice all around. I really do like the paint apps too, especially like the gold. It's a nice like metallic paint, so that's pretty good. Same with the green. The green and gold go great together, and yeah, pretty good sculpt all around. So yeah. Now let's move on to articulation. Not that there's much to talk about. Okay, so if we do take a look at his articulation, his head doesn't move up like at all, really. Yeah, it doesn't really move up at all, but it moves down kind of decent. You can't really blame it too much considering it is like a beard and long, luscious hair. But yeah, his arms move up that far, as you can see, and he does not have double jointed elbows. I guess that's fine, even though I'm pretty sure I could do a really cool pose if he did have double jointed elbows, but it's all good, and the articulation for the wrists is pretty bad. It doesn't really go like up as Marvel Legend figures do, and he also doesn't have an ab crunch. Okay. Again, I probably could have done a cooler pose if he did have ab crunch, but we're gonna roll with it. And then he does have a nice hip swivel, and then he does have single jointed knees, not double. Again, I'm pretty sure you could do a really cool pose if he had that, but it's all good. And then if we look at his ankle pivot, which he does not have. But in all seriousness, yeah, it's actually really annoying that it doesn't come with ankle pivot. Like, up until the Aquaman wave, I don't think the DC Multiverse figures had ankle pivot, which actually creates a pretty challenging task, to stand them up with some of the figures. Just saying. So yeah, get ankle pivot, boy. But yeah, now let's move on to accessories. Okay, so Aquaman did come with a trident, which seems to have an extra chromosome, considering, a trident, should have 3 points, but this has 5, but, we're not gonna fault that against the figure. It's a pretty cool 5 dent, I guess. Yeah, and it is movie accurate, because Mattel is pretty good about making movie accurate figures, as we know from the past. But yeah, it is actually it is actually really detailed. I'll give them that. Very, very movie accurate. Yeah, all around pretty decent looking. So yeah, and it fits into Aquaman's hand pretty well. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, fit. There we go. There we go. Look at that fit. So yeah, it does kind of like wobble around, like it just kind of like weighs down like that because his hand can't like support it for some reason, and it also bends really easily. Like you can see, it's not like all the way straight. It kind of like bends a little bit, but yeah, you can't really hold it that well. So that kind of sucks monkeys, but still pretty decent. Like you can't really do a cool pose with him because if you would ankle pivot maybe, but look at that, you can't even stand. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, there are still some poses you could do. Like maybe you could be like doing that yeah, he's like holding up his trident to stab a fish. I don't know. But yeah, yeah. So yeah, all in all, this figure was okay. Like, I don't regret buying it, but the counterpart that was released with the movie is probably one of my favorite DC Multiverse figures that I have. So yeah, and this one just, well, isn't, because I don't know, like the sculpt is like movie accurate, but he doesn't have the best articulation, and he's kind of hard to pose sometimes. But yeah, kind of annoying. So yeah, I don't know. This figure could be a hit or miss. For me, it's a middle, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Do all that awesome stuff like subscribe and all that junk. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and with that said, hope of 5 out.